Hello, Sarah Picaro here today. I just realized this is off. We are going to be talking about things like that. We're going to be talking about the PME. We're going to dive into what the PME is because the PME can mean so many things for so many people. And for so many people, it means something that's not a good something. The PME can be the perfectionist you, procrastinator you, the you that feels that intense pressure to perform, that feels paralyzed by fear if your performance is not up to par. That P can mean so many things and hold you back in so many ways in so many different areas of your life. It can be paralyzing because you're afraid. You're afraid to make a mistake. You're afraid to do anything wrong. You're afraid that if it's not perfect, it's not good enough. And you're wondering, what are they going to say? You're wondering the ways that you're going to be criticized and judged and put down, even if those people that support you and surround you would never do that because they love you. They would never do that in a way that would be intended to hurt you and harm you. Let's say you come from a good, supportive, solid family and they did their best, but they weren't perfect. But they expected perfection from you. They had a really high bar set, an expectation of perfection, and they were really, really, really motivated and encouraged and inspired for you to always do your best because they wanted the best for you. And you strive for perfection. You got above a 4.0. You got a 4.10. I don't even know if that's a possible thing, but you thought, you know what? If it's not perfect, it's not good enough. And you're wondering where this came from, but you know that now you're paralyzed by it and you feel the pressure of the perfection. And that pressure of perfectionism leads to you feeling paralyzed, feeling frozen, feeling scared, feeling stuck in your life, feeling disconnected from yourself and unable to connect with other people because what are they going to think of you? What are they going to say about you if you're not perfect or if you fail or you make a mistake or you don't do it the right way? So you may find that you just feel all of these P things. You feel paralyzed. You feel pressure, and that pressure freezes you. It stops you. It consumes you. It's all that you feel. It's all that you think about. It's all that you dream about getting rid of, but you feel scared because who would you be without it? If you didn't have this pressure and this need for perfectionism, or going to the ends of the earth to making sure that everything is right, everything is perfect, everything is where it should be, where it needs to be, because others are watching, and what are they going to think of me if I miss the mark? Who would you be? How accomplished and successful would you be? Would you fail? And you're not used to failure. You're used to accomplishing and achieving, and you're used to winning, and you're used to thriving. But you thrive and win underneath all that pressure of perfectionism, and it affects your performance. It affects your ability to see yourself for who you are when you look in the mirror and you say, I don't even know who this is. This perfect person that I've projected, that I need to be, that I strive to be, that I have to be, or else I'll fail, or else they won't like me, or else they won't love me. And now you feel like you're going to completely explode underneath all the pressure of perfectionism. And maybe you find that in your life, the pendulum is swinging the other way, and there's so many things that you put off, that you procrastinate because you just can't take the feeling of that pressure anymore. You've lived with it for too long. You're not doing it. And there are things in your heart you know you want to do, you know you would love to get into, and you know you'd love to be free from the pressure of doing those, but that's what you feel when you do those things. And you've already got enough on your plate. And the things that are on your plate, they have to be perfect. And that's a lot of pressure and a lot of time and a lot of energy and a lot of mental effort. And you just can't take it anymore. And you feel like your life is spiraling out of control. And so you find other areas and ways in your life in which you strive to control the things. And you just don't know what to do anymore. You just can't take it anymore. So you know what? I'm going to control what I can control. And a lot of times this ends up in areas of our life that cause a lot of self-harm. A lot of times it shows up in our body because we feel that lack of control in our bodies. And so it can lead to eating disorders because we can control how much food we eat. We can control how much exercise we have. We can control calories in, calories out. And so I'm not going to put any calories in because emotionally, energetically, spiritually, I already feel full. I already feel like I'm going to burst at the seams. I already feel like I'm going to explode. And I don't like that feeling. I can't take it anymore. And I want to get away from that feeling. And so I feel that I can control the food that I use. I'm going to use very little because that's all I can handle. Because I've already got so much going on inside my head, inside my body. I feel all this pressure. I feel this perfectionism. And what if my body doesn't look good? At least when others look at me, they can say, wow. But then when you put your clothes on, they don't feel just right because you don't recognize who you are. You don't feel healthy inside. And you just want to feel healthy, whole, complete, happy. And you don't feel that inside. And you sure don't see it when you look at yourself from the outside looking in. And even when others tell you, oh my gosh, you look so good, you're thinking, I feel so bad. How can I look so good if I feel so bad? They must be lying to me. You don't want them to be lying to you because they're in your world and they're telling you good things to lift you up and light you up and make you feel good inside. Oh my gosh, you look so good. And you're thinking, yeah, I'm not eating. I feel like I'm dying inside. I've got all these health issues now. I've got high blood pressure and they're trying to figure all this stuff out and they're putting me on the medications and telling me I need to do all these things and I need to eat more, eat less. It's too much. What do you mean I look good? I'm not good. But you don't want to tell them that because there's the image of looking perfect. So you say, oh, thank you. And you feel like they don't know you. So you feel disconnected from them. You feel disconnected from yourself because if they knew the real you, what would they think of the real you? Would they like you? Would they love you? If they even had time to glimpse inside your mind, they'd go, oh, whoa, whoa. Hmm. And that doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel good at all. And it leads to you doing more and more of those things that are self-harming. Beating yourself up inside, feeling more and more of the the pressure that you feel inside, leading you to feel like you need to be more perfect in all the ways, in all the areas of your life, feeling this pressure, performance to put on this show, to project this perfect image that you can't be the real you, but you dying inside to become and feel like the real you, to recognize yourself when you look in the mirror and love who you see staring back at you and looking back at you and looking back at you with confidence, with grace, with ease, and saying, it's okay. You are totally fine. You are exactly where you need to be and who you need to be. You don't need to be any more, any better, any different, any less. You are you. And who you are is perfectly imperfect, and embrace all of who you are, the imperfections, the perceived flaws, and see them as perfect and see them as those things that make you who you are and a part of why you love who you are and this evolution and this journey that your life is on. But when you're stuck in that me, the perfectionist, the procrastinator, you feel the pressure. You feel that you're not up to par. And that affects and influences everything else in your life. It shows up in the relationships you have with everyone else. It shows up in the health or the lack of health that you have because of that pressure and because of the need or the ability to try and control it or fix it or change it or make it something different from what it is and the way it's not. More pressure, more pressure, more pressure, more expectation to perform. All of those P's in your life are causing you to not live the life that you were put here to live. And when you're feeling that and you're feeling like you're being crushed under the weight of that, and you feel that thing in the back of your head that's just constantly there and constantly harping on you and telling you you're not good enough, you need to do more, you need to do better, you need to do it differently. What is wrong with you? Can't you see that? You need to go this, you need to try it a different way because the way that you're trying it is failing. And you think, oh, I am a failure. Despite your entire lifetime of resumes of accomplishments, achievements, successes, you're agreeing with that inner voice that says you're a failure. You're not good enough. Wasn't perfect. Do you see that one little tiny mistake? Yeah. What about that? Hmm? That's who you are. And you're thinking, okay, okay, I get another chance. Tomorrow's a new day. Tomorrow's another day. Tomorrow's going to be a better day. I'm going to make it perfect. I'm going to make it better. I'm going to change it. I'm going to fix it. I'm going to. And you're thinking, my gosh, more pressure, more pressure, more pressure. And it leads to things like migraines, like headaches, like disconnection from yourself and others, sleepless nights, just worrying and worrying and worrying and worrying. And that's all anxiety is worry spiraled out of control. And now you're going and you're getting diagnosed with GAD, right? Generalized anxiety disorder, because you don't know any other way to describe it. You just know that you feel it. Well, that's what anxiety is. It's worry spiraled out of control, and you're worried. You're worried about it not being perfect. You're worried about it not being good enough. You're worried that you're going to be perceived like a failure, even though you've got these loving people in your life who are supporting you and telling you, oh my gosh, it's okay. You were incredible. You're amazing. Look at all these things you've done. You're thinking, look at that one thing. Look at that thing I didn't do. Look at that thing that wasn't good enough. Look at that thing I failed at. That means I am. And that inner dialogue and voice is saying that you are. You are what you don't want to believe that you are, that you do. I am a failure. I'm not good enough. It wasn't perfect. It needs to be, or else I'm not. Or else I'm not going to be happy. Or else they're not going to love me. Or else I'm not going to have the connection that I desire. I'm not going to have anything in life that I want because I am. I am a failure. I am that little mistake right there. I am that perceived imperfection. And when you look at you, you see that as all of you. But you don't feel that they're perceived. You feel that they are. That's not a perceived imperfection. See the way my eye does that weird thing? Yeah. I wonder what it's going to be like to have surgery on the eye to like, ooh, all the time. And so you start nitpicking every little thing about yourself. All you see are the flaws. All you see are the imperfections. Isn't it funny how perfectionists only see imperfections? Perfectionists only see imperfections. And you see that when you look at yourself, and you see that when you look at others. Oh my gosh, why would they do that? No, 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 no. And you're thinking, oh my gosh, you're so mean. Why would you say that about someone? How would you feel if someone said that about you? I don't know. I would hate it. Good. So stop it. Well, I don't know how to stop it. And it's that inner voice and that inner reel and that story that plays in your mind. And you're like, oh, I want to get away from this. Feeling like you can't ever get away from it, because how do you ever get away from your own mind? How do you stop seeing the imperfections and everything when you're a perfectionist? How do you stop feeling the pressure you feel to perform that way all the time in everything you do and every thought that you have and everything you eat and everything you wear and every conversation you have? How do you get rid of that pressure? And the focus on the imperfections when you're such a perfectionist. That's the beauty and that's the power of a journey inside your own mind at an unconscious level, in connection with what is causing those things and those feelings and those thoughts and those beliefs, and what's causing you to take those actions and have those behaviors that you hate, that are causing your health to be impacted, your relationships to struggle and suffer. That's the beauty of the journey inside your mind, and truly connecting at the unconscious level to those things that cause you to feel that way, so that you begin to embrace, accept, and love the imperfections and see them as perfect. See yourself and this beautiful, gorgeous experience of the world around you as perfectly imperfect, and not needing to be perfect to fit into an imperfect world, just so you can feel loved and accepted by yourself and feel calm and at ease and find joy and happiness in the things that you do, realizing there is no such thing as perfect. That's the beauty and that's the magic of this beautiful transformational experience and relationship and journey inside your own mind, to connect with and disconnect with what is currently connected that's having you feel that way. To disconnect with the thoughts, with the feelings, with the inner unconscious beliefs that I'm a failure, I need to be perfect or I won't be loved. On and on and on and on and on that story goes. Disconnect that and reconnect to something that says, I love. I love myself. I love my life. There's no such thing as perfect. And I fully embrace all my imperfections as what makes me perfectly me. A full acceptance, a full embrace of that, full peace with that, full contentment with that, knowing that you are perfectly loved as you are, and feeling wonderful in that. Feeling accepting, loving, supported, embraced, like held with those thoughts of all I need to be is who I am. And fully and completely loving and accepting yourself for who that is. and seeing, you see that? That's perfect. You see that little wrinkle right there? Oh, that's perfect. Do I need Botox? Oh, hell no. I earned that. And being able to laugh about it. And anyone says that, oh my gosh, no, you really should. I have a doctor. They're like $9 a unit, and she's great. You should go see her and go, I earned this. Why would I waste my money and time on that? You may, and there's nothing wrong if you choose to, but I don't need to because it's not a flaw. This is part of what makes me me, and I love who I am. I fully accept and embrace it. I wouldn't want to change that. Are you crazy? No. No. That does not need to be changed, but thank you. And if you choose to, that's okay for you. But when I look at myself, I see the perfection, I see the flaws, and I see that those are who make me uniquely me. Without focusing and feeling the pressure, the perfection, or the procrastination of, oh my gosh, I'm beating myself up because I was supposed to do that by this time, and because I didn't, someone said this about me, and no, ease. Ease internally is ease externally. You're more able to handle and cope with the things in life, with the ebbs and flows, with the ups and downs, with the relationships, with the experiences that you have, navigate through them with ease and with grace, and take the learnings and leave the rest, and not feel the pressure to take everything and make it perfect and make it just right, knowing that it won't be for everyone, but knowing that all it has to be is for you. I'm okay with this. You say something needs to be fixed or changed, okay. But I'm not going to put that pressure on myself anymore to make it perfect for you, because I fully love, accept, and embrace who I am. And that is the beauty and the power of this incredible journey within. Or breaking yourself free from all the PMEs, the perfectionist, procrastinator, pressure, the feeling that you're under par and that you need to do more to get that feeling and to truly live in that space. And that not only changes the relationship you have with yourself, but the relationship that you have with others, the engagements and the presence that you can hold of not judging, not needing to be, not criticizing, not critiquing yourself or others, being able to be fully present with people. Accept yourself and accept them for who they are and where they are, and love them in that. That is true connection. And that is truly incredible when you're able to find yourself in that space and stay in that space. And it begins with that space within yourself of true acceptance. When you're ready to get to that place and release all the negative P, me things, I would love to connect with you. You can find out more about the PME and all of the other things that the PME experiences in my program, if that's more your style and more what you feel aligned with. It's called Transforming Past Pain to Present Power. And there are different archetypes that we go through. The P me is the one we just touched on. There's also the F me, which is the fake, the fraud me. There's also the superhero me, who's the ultra independent, hyper independent, get out of my way. I don't need anyone. I've got this. Watch me. There's a gaslighter you, that you that gets inside your mind and is like, I don't know. Is that true? I don't think it's true. Look at this. Oh, yeah, you're right. And that questions and criticizes everything that you do, that doesn't trust, that just doubts everything and leaves you with that feeling of constant uncertainty. You can find out more about all the archetypes inside the Transforming Past Pain to Present Power and the journey we go through to healing those. Or if you're more interested in working one-to-one to connect, you can find more information about that as well. And the link's in the description below this video. Until then, know that if you found this video, it wasn't by accident. It was by alignment. It was by design. And that you don't have to live feeling this way forever or for much longer. When you make that commitment to yourself, this is where I'm at. This spoke to me, this resonated with me, but I'm no longer willing to continue to live this way. And I'm making the decision and the choice today to do something about it so I can break free from all of it. All right, guys, so that is it for today. I love you. I love you. I love you. And I will see you very soon.